The death of Queen Elizabeth II.
We learned around 1:30 this afternoon here Eastern Time that the monarch passed away at the age of 96. Her son, Prince Charles, is now King Charles III. And he's now since released a statement saying he knows that his mom's loss is going to be deeply felt all around the world. News of her passing came shortly after most of her family, including her children and her grandson, Prince William, rushed to her side at Balmoral Castle in Scotland.
She leaves not only a family in mourning, but a country as well after 70 years on the throne. And here's a live picture right now at Buckingham Palace, where people have started gathering just hours before the news of her death. It's now 10 o'clock at night. You can see all the folks out there in London. They're still gathering.
That's right. We've been watching that crowd grow throughout the night today. Mark Barger takes a look at Queen Elizabeth's life.
And he shares the legacy the Queen leaves behind.
For much of the world, she was simply the Queen. The longest-serving monarch in England's history, Queen Elizabeth's reign lasted more than 70 years. While generally popular, the Queen was sometimes criticized as aloof, including her delayed address to console a grieving nation following the tragic death of Princess Diana.
And may we, each and every one of us, thank God for someone who made many, many people happy.
Good evening, son.
But Her Majesty's sense of humor was on display for the London Olympics in 2012. A short film seemed to have her parachuting alongside James Bond into the game's opening ceremonies. She was also witness to the wedding spectacles for her grandsons, Prince William with Kate Middleton, and later Prince Harry with Meghan Markle. But tensions associated with palace life led Harry and Meghan to relinquish their royal duties and move with son Archie to the U.S. Their interview with Oprah Winfrey detailing the turmoil left the Queen saddened, but she said they would always be much-loved family members. Mere days after that controversy, Her Royal Highness endured the passing of Prince Philip, her husband of 73 years. It left her without her beloved partner for the final portion of her reign. A platinum jubilee earlier this year marked the Queen's 70 years on the throne, although she missed a number of those events due to what was described as discomfort. Her passing closes a tenure that left an indelible mark on all of England, as well as the world. Mark Barger, NBC News.
And now the world waits to see what's going to be happening next.
Absolutely. Scott continues our coverage tonight at 5 with that part of the story. Scott, this is an incredible story. Not a surprise, but at the same time, this is big.
Yeah, true. I mean, many of us have never known England without Queen Elizabeth. Now, Charles immediately became king when the Queen died today. He is 73, the eldest child of Queen Elizabeth II. King Charles III released this statement today saying the Queen's death is a moment of the greatest sadness for his family and the world. Now, the King is expected to make a televised address Friday. That will be the first time that nation will hear from its new monarch. The official website of the royal family had this message today saying the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and Queen consort, that's Camilla, will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow. You can see that photo there of Queen Elizabeth II. So here's what happens next. The BBC said today there's a formal ceremony that will take place at St. James Palace, that's in London, where Charles will be officially proclaimed king. For 900 years, the coronation has taken place at Westminster Abbey. CNN reported that's probably 6 months away. The BBC says the Queen's death also means a change of title for Prince William and his wife Catherine. They'll now be known as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Cornwall. The royal family tonight has now entered this period of mourning.
Absolutely. I mean, this is huge. This is something that they've practiced, that they've discussed and planned for decades, and it's finally here.
For sure.
Well, right. And this period of mourning is going to continue for some time with announcements and thoughts of condolences coming in from world leaders. I know we'll have more of that as our coverage continues tonight. Thank you, Scott.
Well, of course, we'll be following the passing of Queen Elizabeth throughout this newscast and the days to come. I think they've said 10 days of mourning specifically. Exactly.
And for the latest updates, check out the WTHR News app. That's the first place we'll put all new information that's coming in.